Welcome to the 2022 DHS Football Homecoming Ceremonies. Our first candidate this evening is Haley Epps. Haley is the daughter of Adam and Gabrielle Epps and is a freshman at DHS. She is a setter on the volleyball team and also plays basketball. Haley is a member of the DHS Beta Club and FCA. She also attends Southside Assembly of God Church. In her free time, she enjoys going to the river, watching movies, reading, and listening to music. Haley has only been in high school for 6 weeks and doesn't have a favorite memory yet. But she's looking forward to making new memories over the next few years. She isn't sure of her future plans after graduation because, she's still a freshman. Haley's being escorted this evening by her father, Adam Epps. Ladies and gentlemen, freshman candidate Haley Epps. Our second freshman candidate is Deani Taylor. She's the daughter of Jim Taylor and Stacy Taylor and John Gettings. Deani is currently on the DHS cheer squad. She's also involved in Pep Club, Beta Club, FFA, and FCA. During her free time, she enjoys riding her horses, practicing cheer, hunting, fishing, and spending time with loved ones. Her favorite memory at DHS was when she made the cheer squad. After high school, she plans to attend college on a cheerleading scholarship and pursue a degree in the medical field. Deani is being escorted this evening by her father, Jim Taylor, and stepfather, John Gettings. Ladies and gentlemen, freshman candidate Deani Taylor. Our first sophomore candidate this evening is Adriana Morin. Adriana is the daughter of Matt and Jennifer Morin. She is a defensive specialist on the DHS volleyball team. She is also a DHS ambassador and involved in Pep Club, Scholar Bowl, FCCLA, and Beta Club, where she serves as the media specialist. During her free time, she enjoys spending time with her friends and family, traveling, playing volleyball, listening to music, and spending time by the pool in the summer. Her favorite memory while in high school was competing at National Beta Convention in Nashville this past summer and winning a national award. Her future plans are to go to college, get a job, and travel the world with her family. Adriana is being escorted this evening by her father, Matt Morin. Ladies and gentlemen, our first sophomore candidate, Adriana Morin. Our second sophomore candidate this evening is Emily Morrow. Emily is the daughter of Valerie Ware and Brett Morrow. She is currently on the basketball team and golf team. She is also involved in Beta Club, Pep Club, FCCLA, and FCA. During her free time, she enjoys hanging out with friends and going to all the games and supporting the Dons and Donettes. Her favorite memory while in high school was winning districts in basketball last year. Her future plans include going to college and getting a degree in psychology. Escorting Emily this evening is her father, Brett Morrow. Ladies and gentlemen, sophomore candidate, Emily Morrow. Our first junior candidate is Ashlyn Fowler. She's the daughter of Josh and Angie Fowler and has played volleyball and golf all of her years in high school. She is also involved in Beta Club, Key Club, Pep Club, and is an FCA leader. She enjoys spending time with her family, hanging out with friends, playing golf, and doing craft fairs with her mom. Her favorite memory while at DHS was when she got her car stuck in the mud at golf practice and the baseball boys had to push it out. Ashlyn's future plans are to attend college and then later get married and start a family. Ashlyn is being escorted by her father, Josh Fowler. Ladies and gentlemen, junior candidate Ashlyn Fowler. Our second junior candidate this evening is Kaylin Odom. She is the daughter of Danielle and Bob Odom and has been involved in FCA while in high school. She enjoys hanging out with friends, going to church, and shopping. Her favorite high school memories are going to football games and watching Joel play football. Her future plans include going to college and becoming a physical therapist. Kaylin is being escorted this evening by her father, Bob Odom. Ladies and gentlemen, candidate Kaylin Odom. Our first senior candidate this evening is Jaden Barrow. Jaden is the daughter of Carissa and Scott Barrow. She has played volleyball all 4 years of high school, has been involved with track for 1 year. While in high school, she has also been involved in FCA, FTA, Beta Club, Pep Club, FCCLA, and served as a junior class officer. She enjoys hanging out with friends and family, going to flea markets with her pawpaw, going to the river, and serving at her church. She hasn't had a favorite memory of high school yet, but senior year has been the best so far. Her future plans are to attend college and become an elementary teacher, get married, and start a family. Escorting his daughter tonight is Scott Burrow. Ladies and gentlemen, senior candidate Jaden Burrow. Our second senior candidate is Alexa McCoy. Alexa is the daughter of Jessica and Paul Maples. She is currently the captain of the cheer squad and is also involved in Pep Club here at DHS. Her favorite hobbies include hanging out with friends and spending time with her family. Her favorite memory while at DHS was when she cut her hand open with a pair of scissors in Mr. Greenwood's class during her sophomore year. Alexa's future plans are to attend TRC and do a 2-year RN program. Alexa is being escorted this evening by her stepfather, Paul Maples. Ladies and gentlemen, senior candidate Alexa McCoy. Our flower girl this evening is Abilene LeBron. Abilene is the daughter of high school teacher Sean LeBron and his wife Megan. She is currently in kindergarten and has one brother, Tristan, and one dog, Gypsy. She also has another sibling on the way that she hopes is a sister. She enjoys going to dance class and to learn acro and jazz and ballet. During her free time, she enjoys playing hide and seek, riding her scooter, playing outside on the swings and slide, putting puzzles together, and listening to mom and dad read books. Her future plans are to drive a car, ride on a monster truck, be a scuba diver, and paddle a kayak. Our crown bearer is Davy Mac Dixon. Davy is the son of high school teacher Tanya Dixon and her husband Raymond. He has 2 brothers, Noah and Jonah, 3 dogs, a cat, and 2 horses. He is currently in pre-K and attends Oak Grove Church of God. He enjoys playing baseball and watching his brothers play basketball. His favorite things to do are to play with army men, dinosaurs, and monster trucks. His future plans are to go to kindergarten and play basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, flower girl Abilene LeBron and crown bearer Davy Mac Dixon. Please welcome our retiring queen, Kiera Shedd. She is the daughter of Otis and April Shedd. Since her coronation, Kiera has graduated high school and attends TRC, where she has received her very first C ever. Her future plans are to become a high school math teacher. This, ladies and gentlemen, is your 2022 DHS Football Homecoming Court. Ladies and gentlemen, your queen is Jaden Burrow. Congratulations, Jaden. Now if we can get all the girls together in the middle to take a picture with Mr. Steve.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank
We see the potential of her and him and you, of where you're from and what you can accomplish. Because when you set your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. But reaching your potential isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about helping others, supporting your neighbors, building your community, and investing in people that make a difference. Like her, and him, and you. Because when you're from here, that's just what you do. And from here, we can do anything.
Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street in Doniphan.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to homecoming night here at Doniphan High School. And the Dons will be taking on the East Prairie Eagles tonight. And we've had the homecoming ceremonies already. They usually do that at halftime, but for some reason or other, they went ahead and did it before the game tonight. And I hope you were watching. We had it live for you on Current River Broadcasting. But in case you didn't, Jaden Burrow was crowned the homecoming queen for 2022 for the football season. And they had 8 young ladies out there all dressed up in their fancy dresses. And I'm sure the parents, well, I went through it too. You got to spend all that money on those dresses, and they wear them basically one time, Dalton.
Right. And I think that may have been part of the reason they bumped it up. I think we had 3 girls out there that were on the cheerleading team, and so they weren't even going to get to wear them before. And then they were going to go be in their uniforms cheering. Then they're going to go change into their dress, and then back in time to change to do the halftime dance. So I think they bumped it up before to accommodate those 3 girls, I think.
Well, about tonight's game, by the way, I'm Keith Bowman. Dalton Pennington back alongside. Good to have him back tonight after missing last week. Said he was pretty sick for a few days, but glad to have him back tonight. As far as tonight's game, the Don's still looking for that first win, but Dalton, there's a good chance they could get it here tonight if they play pretty much penalty-free and turnover-free game tonight.
Right. East Prairie, they've only got one win in the column, and it came last week at their homecoming against Malden, and that was just a 4-point victory, and there were a lot of points scored on both sides. You got that score with you by any chance?
Last week?
Yeah.
I think it was 30 to 26, I believe.
Something like that. I think that's what it was. So several points scored on both sides, 4-point game. You'd like to think that if we come out and we kind of march the ball down the field and take possession for a whole quarter like we've done before, and just kind of limit those opportunities that East Prairie has, we should be in the conversation when it comes fourth quarter.
Well, pretty much every game, the Dons have moved the ball on offense, but they'll shoot themselves in the foot when they get down close to the scoring area. They'll have a penalty, a turnover, or they'll go for it and lose it on downs. I do have 3 common opponents that the Dons and East Prairie have played, and the scores, actually the Dons have played the teams closer. I'll go back to New Madrid County Central. East Prairie lost 64-6. The Dons lost 42-8.
Okay.
And Kennett, East Prairie lost 54-6, and the Dons lost 45-6. And then the Dexter game, East Prairie lost 45-16, and Dons lost 34-18. So
very, very similar.
It should be
tonight.
a competitive game
right.
tonight, unless And again, it's homecoming, so hopefully the boys will be fired up, wanting to get that first win. Boy, you hate to go through the season without winning one,
right?
And we have a good crowd on hand here. I don't know how many of those folks are from East Prairie, but I'd say the biggest part of them, probably 3/4 of the over there, but actually probably more than that, is Doniphan fans who are here for homecoming as well. We're getting ready for the captains to go meet at midfield, and I had the captains for.
I think that's what you gave me, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Connor Markham, he is the starting quarterback. He will be one of the captains. He's number 5. Number 11, Braylon Cade. Number 13, Brian Bazin. And number 36, Josh Gephardt. And also I have the captains for the Dons tonight, too. I want to thank Jim Hunt for that. Lorenzo Rios, Braden Hinton, Dalton Sappington, and Caden Buffington. And the reason he gave those to me is because they're standing straight across on the other side, and we usually can't see the numbers from our vantage point here. So he gave them to me, and they're out there right now for the opening coin flip to see who gets the ball first. And as I'm speaking here, the bleachers are even filling up more. So looks like we're going to have a full crowd here tonight for game number 7 on the season. Is that right? Number 7?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
East Prairie wearing black jerseys with red numbers and black pants. And the Dons with their black jerseys, gold numbers, and black pants. It's another beautiful evening out here. I tell you, just weather the last 3 weeks has just been fantastic. Couldn't ask for much. Even though we were just talking, got a little cool spell coming tomorrow and Sunday, and then next week, or early next week, I think they said it was going to be back up in the low 80s again for about 3 days.
One day it's going to be 80.
But I noticed the leaves are starting to turn colors, so when that starts happening, you know that it won't be long till be getting some colder weather.
Yeah, we've got baseball has the conference tournament starting next week over at Three Rivers, and that always seems to me like the cold. We always get over there and play. If we play in the morning game or whatever, you got to have a hoodie. But come the third game, if you're sticking around watching or playing in it, you've got it. You
may not have to do that this Monday if it's play the first game if it's going to be 80, because I thought it was like 80, 82, and 84 the first 3 days of the week if they haven't changed it. So
it just always seems to be cold in that first game, but then you've got the long sleeves in the second game, and then you're sweating, got to shed the hoodie and the long sleeves by the third game.
So, what did you guys get seeded, and when do you play?
We got the 5th seed. We play Monday at 3:30 against Neelyville, who got the 4 seed. We finished at 10-10, and Neelyville finished at 4-7. No, pardon me. 4-7. And we split with Neelyville, but they won the actual conference game, which is why they gave them the 4 and us the 5. But we're playing.
Really don't make much difference, 4 or 5, though.
No, it's just home field. That's all. Well, that's not even home field because you're playing at Three Rivers. It's who gets the bottom of the half, you know.
Well, who got what was the seeding in that tournament?
Twin Rivers got the 1, and they're pretty tough. We went extras with them, but they're a pretty good ball club. And they went like 20-3 or something. Good program over there right now. And Greenville got the 2 seed. East Carter got the 3, who we beat. Neelyville got the 4. We got the 5. Naylor with the 6, and Clearwater with the 7.
Well, that's unusual, isn't it? They've kind of gone down. They're there for years. They won everything.
Yeah. Clearwater's struggling a little bit right now in the baseball program, but hopefully they get it turned around.
Well, we're ready to get underway here. The Dons are going to receive here in the first half. And, well, their kicker's only going to take 2 steps to hit that. That's number 64. That's Mark Gammons, and he kicks an onside kick, and the Dons really caught a break there. No wonder he was only 3 steps back.
Well, and then to make matters worse, the Dons were trying to let it go. It's 10 yards, and they let an East Prairie guy almost fall on top of it, and luckily it squirted away from him and right to number 83, which is Zach Cook.
The only thing bad about that for East Prairie, the Dons are set up at midfield at their own 49-yard line.
Right.
And it'll be Chris Black at quarterback. It'll be Rios, Rhines, and Emmons with their 3-man backfield. They're not actually all in the backfield, but they end up in the backfield before it's all said and done. So here we go, homecoming night. Hand off to Luke Emmons. He dropped the ball.
Dons are going to come away with it.
And the Dons are going to come away with it. And that number
78, Devin Horton,
Nice job there.
Yeah, that ball never got into the hands of Luke. Kind of a missed exchange between him and Chris, and that ball hit the deck.
Yeah, it looks like it kind of run down his leg, and he hit it with his knee, and it went towards the line of scrimmage. There's a loss of 1 on the play, so they'll be back at the 48-yard line, 2nd down and 11. And in the shotgun, Black rolls out to the right side, got a man wide open, and the pass is dropped. And that was...
I think that was to Luke, wasn't it? That was 37.
Was it 37?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was looking at 87. I started saying it was not 87. Boy, he was wide open. And the pass was there. It looked like it was right there. He just
hit him
missed
right in the hands,
And you got to convert on those when you get a chance, and he was wide open. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 now. They move the ball over to the left hash. Back under center. A double handoff. Rios is going to get across the 50. And a tackle there by number 50. That is Cooper Oatsvall for East Prairie. And that was a gain of about 3, so that's going to make it 4th down and 8. And right at just inside East Prairie territory. Dons look like they're going to go for it. When you do that, if you don't get it, boy, you put your defense in a bad spot. But, well, they hadn't dropped that pass a while ago. They've been probably would have got a 1st down on that. Rios in motion, takes a handoff. Man, is wide open out there. Throws it deep, and a little bit too far.
Just overthrew Carson Roberts there.
He was wide open. I think Chris probably had time to stop and set his feet and throw that, and he tried to throw it on the run.
I think so too. He did get flushed out of the pocket, but the I didn't see who it was from East Prairie. Didn't give very good chase to him. Black kind of got way out there away from him. And if he, like you said, I think if he would have planted his feet and made a good throw there, he's got Roberts wide open.
Yeah,
and
maybe a touchdown. I mean,
right.
He could turned it up the field. So that's going to turn it over to East Prairie. And their quarterback is Connor Markham. He's going to hand it off. Sweep out to the left side. He gets around the corner a little bit, and he's going to get down to about the 45-yard line.
Ty Wallace, number 20, is actually who took the snap there, and he's the one that handed it off to Markham.
Markham ran it?
Markham is the one that ran it, but he came, I'm not sure if well,
they've got him listed as a quarterback, and maybe they've just got him down wrong. But it is number 20 that's under center.
20 is going to be under center again.
He picked up about 6 on that, and it's 2nd and 4 at the Dons 45-yard line. Dons had trouble last week containing the outside. They run it to the outside, and they could not cut them off, and they got some big gains. This one is going to be up the middle, wide open, and down to the 20, 5, 15, 10, 5 touchdown, and that's going to be Markham. Excuse me, that's Tavion Waring. Yep. That kid's just a freshman. And he cut through that middle and just, boom, man, he was gone. Wow. Well, that didn't take long.
No, not at all.
See what I said, too, about leaving your defense, in a bad spot there.
Right.
You don't get that.
I don't know if it would have mattered if he would have ran that ball from the 10.
Well, no, he ran off and left everybody.
I think he was gone, yeah. But I do know what you mean.
They'll try for the extra point, and the kick is blocked. Yep. It was a high snap.
88, Caden Buffington.
That was Tucker Parker was the kicker there, and he had no choice, no chance there because the ball was snapped too high. But East Prairie gets on the board here, still with 10:03 to go, and the Dons did not take advantage of that good field position they had the first time. East Prairie tried the onside kick, and Dons were at the 49-yard line, and they end up only getting to the 49 of East Prairie, and then they give it up on downs as they couldn't convert. One drop pass and one pass that was just a fingertips away from being at least a long gain. And he's lining it up like he's going to do it again. Dons have got 2, 4, 6 guys up on the front here. He kicks it a little bit deeper. And it's fielded at the 29 and getting out to the 35.
Logan Price.
Logan Price for the Dons. That was kind of a pooch kick there. And again, the Dons got good field position. All week last week they had good field position about every time they got the ball, but like I said, they'd move it down the field. They completed some passes, but at a very inopportune time, something wrong would go wrong. And you can tell this is just like last week. East Prairie knows the Dons run the ball. Look where everybody on the defense is at. They're all within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Handoff up the middle. And fighting for yardage and getting some help from his offensive line. And they're going to mark it at the 39. That'll be a pickup of 4. Was that Rhines?
Joel Rhines, yeah. The only problem with East Prairie stacking the front like that is we've ran 5 plays and 2 have been passing. So
that's true.
If they're going to stack like that, hopefully Chris can get his feet set under him, and he may pick
I don't know if you were watching last week. I kept saying that because they kept stacking the box, but the Dons couldn't. They connected on a few, but they weren't long gainers.
Right.
They're all up there again. Oh, and that should have been offside. The offense moved, but they're going to say that the defense caused it, so that'll give the Dons 5 more yards, and that'll get them within a yard of a first down. That'll move it out to the 44. So it'll be 2nd down and 1. And the Dons will have it at their 44-yard line. Big crowd here on homecoming night at the Brummett Family Stadium at Griffin Field. Chris Black under center. Emmons in motion, takes the pitch, gets to the outside, and he's got the first down and more. He's still going, and finally gets knocked out of bounds. And they're going to see where they're going to mark it. It's going to be inside the 40, I think. No, they're going to say he went out at the 41, 42-yard line. So that was about a 14-yard gain for Luke Emmons. And that's the exact same play they ran the first play that he fumbled the ball, but he hung on to it and got to the outside. Showed a little bit of speed there, too.
This may just be a slugfest all night, you know it?
Yeah, it may be. Emmons in motion. They hand it off to Rios coming to the left side. He finds a little daylight. And he's going to get down to the 36, 37-yard line. So that'll be a gain of 5 if they can do that every time. The Dons definitely need to answer right back. They need to score here. After giving up one on 2 plays, I guess it was. Their drive was 51 yards in 2 plays. 8:37 to go in the first quarter. It's 6-0 East Prairie. Don's moving the ball. Emmons in motion. He takes it again. He's hitting the backfield. Now he's going to be hit. And he's still going. Oh, they blew the whistle, and they didn't have him down. That was a quick whistle there. That shouldn't have been blown dead, I don't think. Well, they mark it at the 37, so he got back to the line of scrimmage. Third down, 5 yards to go for a first down. Rios takes the handoff, the pitch, gets to the 35, down inside the 30, down inside the 20, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. And the Dons are getting around the edge there.
Well, that play doesn't happen without Joel Rhines out in front of him. Joel picked up 2 blocks. He leveled the first kid and then squared up the second kid. Rios did a good job again in his back pocket, riding him until got a little bit of daylight, and then he kicked around the corner just like he was supposed to. But that doesn't happen without Joel Rhines' 2 big blocks right there out in front of him.
They mark it at the 16. That was a gain of 21 yards on that play, huh? Handoff up the middle to Rhines. He's banging his way down inside the 15.
A gain of about 5.
Yeah, looks like they mark it at the 12, so it'd be a gain of 4.
Yeah. I was looking at the.
It's kind of hard to tell.
I was looking at the ball marker on the far side, and I think he got a little bit ahead because they backed him up a yard. So.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he's probably got that at the 11-yard line. Looks like it's on the 12 out there, but when you're looking at this angle, it's hard to tell. Anyway, second down and 5 or 6. Hand it off. Rios is going to get inside the 10, and he's hit. And we got a flag comes in at the end of the play. Here we go.
I think that's going to be a face mask just because he threw it right at the pile, and I can't imagine what Rios would have done there. Unless Joel gets called for holding.
Well, if it's on the Dons, there we go. That's what we talk about all the time.
That is it.
They're driving and they get down there. They was within a yard or 2 of the first down, and now it's going to be back at the 20-yard line, and they've got to get all the way down to the 17, so it'll be like 2nd and 13. Go from 3rd and 1 or 2 to 2nd and 13. Penalties, turnovers, they're drive killers. Black will be in the shotgun. Emmons in motion. They're going to hand it off to Rhines up the middle. And he's going to get down.
Still going.
Look at him go. Wow.
Still going.
You got to love the effort there.
About a 10-yard gain and about 9 yards after contact. You got to love it. Great job.
Looks like they're going to mark it at the 10. So that'll be a 10-yard gain.
Yep, wipes away that penalty.
That'll bring up about 3rd and 3. Wow. He got a little help from his friends, but
yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
He keeps them feet turning and just keeps on going. 3rd down and 3 from the 10-yard line. Flips it to Rios. Gets to the outside, and he's going to get down. It looks like he's probably got a first down. Well, maybe a little short. They put it on the 7. They must have to get to the 6. 4th and 1. Here's another 4th down. They got to go for it down here, though. I mean,
I'd say they just get in the pocket of their line and just let Chris Black nose it across the.
I don't know. I think I'd give it to
Joel or
to
Luke.
Joel. Just let him go.
Yeah.
Well, it's a big play here early in this game. They're going to flip it to Emmons. He gets hit behind the line of scrimmage, and I don't think he's going to get it. Nope, he didn't get it. Why do you not run the ball straight up the middle instead of flipping it around to the outside? They're going to turn it over on downs again. Well, they drove it from the 35 down to the 7-yard line, and then they turn it over on downs. Well, we got this right. Ty Wallace is the quarterback. They got him listed as a running back. He's under center. Hands it off. Markham gets to the outside, and he's going to pick up a first down as he gets out past the 20-yard line.
Number 6, Davon Ware, carrying the ball for the Eagles. Brought down by
Mark it at the 20. I think that's a first down, isn't it?
It should be, but they haven't signaled
Yeah,
for
now
it
they're
yet.
moving.
There they go.
Well, the Dons are going to have to figure out some way to stop that outside run.
Right.
They just killed them last week.
Is that Ware? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tavion Ware. He's got, about 60 yards on 2 plays?
Yeah. They fake the handoff this time, and they give it to number 11 this time. That is Braylon Cade. They got him listed as a tight end.
You know, looking at this East Prairie team, they're a super young squad, too, it looks like.
Well, they've got 5 seniors, but only 2 out of
a lot of their
starters.
skill players are freshmen and sophomores, it looks like.
And they only have 4 juniors on the squad, on the whole list on the squad.
Wow.
He picked up 6 on that play. 2nd down and 4. You can't give up that many yards a play, or they're going to drive right down the field again. They kind of line up the same way as the Dons do. And they do the double handoff, and up the middle is number 5, and he comes down, and somebody's helmet got yanked off.
Number 5.
That's Connor Markham. That's the one they have listed as quarterback. But he got another first down as he picked up 10 on that play. Boy, they're getting big chunks. They've had it. That run a while ago for 6 yards is probably their shortest run they've had so far.
Yeah, East Prairie only had 10 guys out there. Okay, there we go. Got 11 now.
Man in motion is Ware. He gets it. It's time the Dons string it out a little bit. He's still going to pick up about 4 yards. I believe I seen a flag.
It's going to be in the backfield. It's going to be holding, right?
Yep. Holding on East Prairie. So
Anytime
here's
that
your
comes,
chance to
comes
make it
down
for-
in the backfield like that, it's 9 times out of 10, that's the call
Anytime
there.
it's kind of in the middle of the field there,
Yep.
that'll push them back 10 yards, so that'll make 1st and 20. So well, they haven't moved the yardage back yet. They asking coach if he wants to take a penalty. No, I'm up. They gained 4 yards on that play.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
Yeah.
Of course, I guess they have to ask him, but. So it'll be 1st down and 20 from the 26-yard line. This is where they need to stiffen up here. Now they got a chance to stop them, get the ball back, but they can't keep giving up those big chunks of yards. This time Markham gets it, and he gets to the outside. There he goes around the corner, and he's going to get up to about the 34-yard line. He got hit hard, but he picked up about 7 or 8 yards on that one. They actually line up almost exactly the same way as the Dons do with the two running backs out at the end of the line of scrimmage and step back.
Sometimes they throw a running back in the backfield, and sometimes they don't, which we do that too occasionally.
And mark it at almost at the 34. They got to get to the 46, so call it 2nd down and 12. So they got 8 of that yards back on the last play. Got 1:54 left in the first quarter. It's 6-0 East Prairie. This time, quarterback rolls out. He pitches at the last minute, and the Dons do a nice job that time.
A flag down in the backfield, same spot.
That was Sean Gasway who made the tackle. And the Dons have a player hurt. And they did a great job stringing that one out.
Got a holding. And then
A personal foul as well.
yeah, but the personal foul, did he signal helmet to helmet there?
They called both of them on East Prairie.
Yes, they did.
Who is that that's down? Is that,
Number
that 78? Devin Horton?
68. It's going to be Trenton Anders.
All the coaches out checking on him. They moved the ball back to the 16-yard line.
I'm not too sure that I wouldn't decline the holding. And then can you decline the holding and then accept the personal foul and then make it still 3rd and
I don't know, but I don't know how they got the ball back to the 16-yard line because they were on the 34. That's 18 yards of penalties. That doesn't make sense.
well with the
What number was that?
68 Trenton Anders. Who that was? Yeah, I don't know, Keith. How did they come up with?
They were on the 34-yard line before the play, unless they counted the holding from where the spot was. But the personal foul is 15-yard penalty. So that should have been at least 25 yards of penalties.
Well, is the personal foul half the distance to the goal if there's because there wouldn't be another room for 15
Well,
after that.
I guess that.
Is that where that?
I don't know. Anyway, the ball's at the 16-yard line. These
But still,
officials have
18
confused
would
me
make sense
every
if-
game
yeah.
we've done.
18 wouldn't make sense even if you did half the distance at that point.
Well, it's 2nd and 30 is what they've got on the scoreboard. And they give it to Markham. And this time he's going to get up around the 20-yard line. And nice hit there. And that looked like Lorenzo Rios made the tackle at about the 20-yard line. So here's the Don's chance.
Right.
You
Big
have
stop
to make
here.
a tackle
Yep.
right here.
Yep.
Surely they won't go for it, which might be nice if they did if you shut them off. Pretty short play here. 3rd and 26.
They've got to attempt a pass here at 26 yards, right?
No, that ain't. It's 16. No, they got it to 46. Yeah, 3rd and 26.
Yeah.
Quarterback Wallace rolls out. He's going to pass. He got a man wide open.
Oh, no.
He makes the catch, and he's going to get into the Dons' territory. And that's their first pass play of the night, and they caught the Dons off guard. And they should have been looking for a pass.
Yeah, at
on 3rd and 26.
26 yards to go.
You can't let them convert a 3rd and 26. You just can't do it. I know they did, but wow. That was a 35-yard pass play for East Prairie, and that gets them another first down, and they keep possession of the ball. Got 53 seconds left first quarter, and they're driving again. Now they'll go back to their run game. I don't know if I get a pass like that. I might try it again.
Try it again. Never know, right?
Wallace hands it to Ware. Cuts back to the inside and gets down to the 40. Inside the 40. Looks like they're going to mark it about the 39. That time he ducked back inside instead of kept going to the outside, and he picked up 6. And Ware's just a freshman. And Wallace is only a sophomore.
Right. Very young squad.
2nd down and 4. Wallace gets under center. This time he hands off the inside and straight up the middle. And another first down for East Prairie. And that was Braylon Cade who picked that first down up. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. The score 6-0 East Prairie. We will take a 1-minute break, and we will be back after these messages here on Current River Broadcast.
You've heard it all before. We're number one. We're the best. We have the biggest rebates. Now is the time to skip the hype and come to Current River Ford in Doniphan. They're all about helping you find the perfect new Ford. Current River Ford services your vehicles after the sale. From the moment you drive in, you will receive the quality service you've been missing. With the selection at Current River Ford, you'll find the new vehicle you want. How about getting your next vehicle at a dealership that makes it all about you? Current River Ford, Highway 160 in Doniphan.
The housing market is hot and interest rates are still low, making it a great time to sell your house or look for your new home. Either way, Taylor Schleif with United Country American Realty in Doniphan is there for you. Check out her listings online and be assured that Taylor will be with you every step of the way, making the process easier and more enjoyable for you. Come see her at their office in Oak Tree Village or schedule an appointment by calling 996-6786. Taylor Schleif and United Country American Realty, coming soon to a closing near you.
One quarter here. We played one quarter here at Doniphan, and East Prairie leads at 6-0 over the Dons here at homecoming night. Big crowd on hand on this beautiful evening. It's just about perfect to be playing football in. Won't have to worry about cramping up too much tonight. It's really nice out here. East Prairie will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Dons' 34-yard line when we resume play here in the second quarter. East Prairie scored the first time they had the ball, 2 plays, 51 yards. And I don't remember, I'm thinking the run by Ware was about 40 yards because they got about 10, I think, on that first play.
Right.
And, man, he split the middle and just ran off and left everybody. And then they had a big pass play, the only pass play of the first quarter for 35 yards to pick up a first down on 3rd and 26, which really hurt the Dons. Wallace hands it off and straight up the middle again and still going. Down close to the 25. And I think, I'm not sure. Yeah, that was number 11 again, Cade. And they'll mark it at the 26, so he got about 8 yards on that play. So it's 2nd and 2. And the Dons are having a hard time stopping that run. They're just underway in the second quarter. Wallace hands it off up the middle again. And it's going to be Cade again, and he's going to get a first down as he runs it down to about the 21-yard line. 22. And they'll have another first down. Well, Dalton, the Dons need to stiffen up here. They don't need to give up another score. They've been moving the ball, but seems like it's the same old story. This time they pitch it to Ware, and he gets hit pretty quickly there. They kind of gang tackle him that time.
They had a pretty good defensive stand when they had him backed up all the way 23 yards out, but then you give up the big pass, and it was just kind of all for naught. But overall, that wasn't a bad defensive stand for them.
Just the one play, really.
Right,
I mean,
and then
the
had some
penalties
help
hurt
for some penalties.
them,
Most
put them in
definitely.
that shape. But they're going to call that no gain, so it'll be 2nd and 10. So they finally stopped Ware for no gain. I think Caden Buffington, I believe, got the tackle on that. Was the first man to hit him. Well, they sure do take a lot of time. It's like they're trying to run the play clock down before they even get set. Hand off up the middle. And this time hit quickly.
That'd be a loss there.
That's going to be Cade. And looks like referee walking out about the same spot again, it looks like. Not the referee, but the line judge, I guess, is what he is. They mark it about the same spot, so 3rd and 10.
I think number 55, Braden Hinton, had his helmet knocked off there. He's going to have to sit out of play there, but I think he's the one that made the initial stop there.
Not good to get your helmet knocked off in the middle of a bunch of players like that.
Yeah.
It was 3rd and 10. East Prairie with the ball, 9:15 to go, second quarter. They lead the Dons 6-0. They hand it off. And trying to get to the outside, and he does. And a nice tackle from behind, and he's going to be drugged down to about the line of scrimmage. As that was Markham that time.
Yeah.
Somebody grabbed his shirt and pulled him down.
Well, Sean Gazaway did a good job of catching him, slowing him down. I didn't see who came in and gave the hit. That might have been Joel Ryans. But he probably gets around the corner and gets gone there for a first down if Sean doesn't catch him.
Well, it's 4th and 10. You think they're going to pass again?
I don't think so.
Oh, they're going to try.
Are they going to try to kick it? That's a boot.
That'll be a 40-yard field goal.
About a 43, yeah, by the time he... Oh, no,
they got the tee down
at the 30. At the 30,
yeah, so it'll be 40 yards. And it's back and down, and the kick is up, man. It's good.
Hey.
Wow.
As excited as they are, that may be the first one they've landed this year.
You know, in high school, you get to use a tee.
Right.
You know, in college and pros, you don't, and that sure makes a lot of difference. That was Mark Gammons who kicked that, and that makes the score 9-0, but the Dons did hold them to a field goal.
Right. That's a weird play call, I'd feel like. You know, you've kind of moved the ball at will, except that set of downs right there.
Well, they had 3 plays for no gain, so maybe
true.
they thought, you know, if we're going to have to pass it, and it worked the first time, but it might not work again. I don't know.
Time. Yeah. I've seen some scholarship kickers here on Saturday the last few weeks miss some 40-yard chip shots. Matter of fact, Mizzou, they dropped their game right before that overtime.
Was terrible. And then last week against Georgia, I mean, they had a chance to beat them.
Yeah. You had Mavis, who's one of the best kickers in the country, and
I blame the coach for that. Why didn't they just run it in for a touchdown?
That's a good question. Well, they ran 2 plays to kill time off the clock.
Yeah, I mean, but they were on the 2 or 3 yard line.
Yep.
This kick is short. It's picked up in the middle. And that's Luke Emmons with it. He's at the 45, at the 50, weaving in and out of traffic, and he's going to get all the way down to the 45-yard line. Good return there by Luke Emmons. Done some spin moves and a little bit of everything to get the ball back into East Prairie territory.
And those little short pooch kicks like that are hard to get because, for one, you don't get any momentum under you to get going out of the gate, and two, everybody gets on you pretty quick. It's hard to get to shake anything loose. You don't get a chance to spread them out or anything, and so Luke did a good job keeping that alive.
Well, I think it's very important Don score on this drive here to get it back to a one-score game because they're down 9-0, so it's a two-score game right now. And they have moved the ball, but they've shot themselves in the foot. Ryan's up the middle, got a big hole, and it takes about 4 guys, and he's still going, dragging them down to the inside the 30-yard line. That's going to end up being a 16-yard gain. Man, he just keeps them feet churning. Wow. They had about 4 guys on him, and they still couldn't bring him down. Ball down to the 29-yard line, so that's a 16-yard pickup for Joel Rhines.
After that good drive by Doniphan, that's going to bring 1st and 10 as they come up to the line.
They've had some good runs on the outside, but those ones right up the middle. Black's going to set up in the shotgun.
Going to be a timeout by East Prairie.
Coach is mad because his guys can't bring down the running back unless it takes 4 or 5 of them to get him down.
Yeah.
Well, the Dons are, again, down close to scoring position here.
It's crazy to think.
We were talking about baseball before the game. Matt told me the girls got seeded 3rd in their district, and they start playing this Monday.
Monday as well. Yeah, they're playing all the way up
St. Louis somewhere.
St. Louis, Lutheran South, I think, where that's going to be held at.
Yeah,
that's a trip.
Yeah, they're the only team from down in here. I think it's in that district too, huh?
Yeah. See, softball's done a little bit different. They've got 2 state tournaments.
Yeah,
for softball, and they got the spring and the fall. Some schools up north play women's golf. That's big. And then fall volleyball is big down here. Mm-hmm. And so it's really hard for those, girls to have to classify and say, well, we're going to play, fall softball or spring softball, but we're not going to play the other. And so they have 2 state tournaments. And I guess there's just not a whole lot of fall softball teams.
Well, it looks like to me, though, there's still more in the fall than there is in the spring.
Correct.
It seems like to me the spring is easier to win than the fall is. Chris Black's going to keep it. Gets outside, going to get down to the 25, and he'll be pushed out of bounds down close to the 20. And he'll pick up about 7 or 8 yards on that play. I'm going to mark it at the 21-yard line. That was a pickup of 8. But we hadn't seen Chris run the ball very much there.
Not a whole lot.
That was a good run on first down. 2nd down and 2. Let's see if the Dons can finish this drive off. They've struggled mightily doing that.
I do the same thing here, except I'd set it up to have that option.
To throw it?
That little shuttle.
The pitch option?
Yeah, the little pitch option to the right side.
Handoff up the middle, and that is Rhines again, and he's going to pick up a first down as he gets down inside the 15. And that time they hit him low. He wasn't able to keep churning, but he still got about 6 yards on the play, 7 yards on the play. They mark it at the 14. Well, this is down where the Dons had some mistakes the last time they had it down on the other end of the field back in the first quarter. 14 yards from the end zone. Trying to get this to a 1-score game. Black is in the shotgun. Got 3 wide receivers right. But he's going to hand it off. And Rhines is going to get out to the left side. He's got a hole. And he's going to get down to around the 5-yard line. I don't think they were expecting that with the 3 wide receivers to the right and 1 to the left. and now somebody else is hurt.
It's got a player from East Prairie down. It appeared whoever was blocking on the left side got that guy turned, and he kind of fell into Joel. I think he's the one that hit him, but I don't think he was facing him when he made contact with Joel. So Joel kind of ran over his backside, and it looks like that kid's kind of grabbing hold of his back there. Like I said, it's a gain of about 9 for Joel.
Yeah, looks like it's on the 5-yard line.
Joel, he's got 5 carries and 35 yards, so about 7 yards a carry.
He's up walking off. That's good to see.
Right.
That is Cooper Oatsvall. And he'll have to come out for at least one play. Well, the Dons can get a first down here without scoring a touchdown, but I'd be all right with me if they just got it in there on this one and got it over with.
Not have to worry about it. Question is, when they punch it in here, what are they going to do? They're going to go for 2?
I would imagine.
I would think so. I mean, because it's still going to be you're trailing 7 or 8 there, either one. It's still going to be a possession no matter what you do.
Second down and 1 from East Prairie's 4-yard line. They hand off on the inside and fighting his way down close to the goal line. Is that Rhines again? I believe it was.
Rhines again, yeah. It's going to be a gain of about 3. It's going to put him on the 1?
Yeah, I believe that's what it looks like from here. Scoreboard says it's 2, but they can't see it any better than we can.
No, and I'm looking. Well, actually, if you look down at the pylon, I was looking at the G for the goal.
Yeah, it does look like
I think it's probably on the 2, based on that pylon.
Don's looking to score here. And Chris Black's going to sneak it, and I believe he got in.
I think so.
And he did. Well, the Dons get on the board with a quarterback sneak from Chris Black. That'll make it 9-6. A good drive by the Dons there. After that good kick return by Luke Emmons set them up in East Prairie territory.
I'd like to see him, now that I think about it, I'd like to see him kick this extra point here, just because a field goal then gets you the lead. If you've got to kick a field goal in a situation, whereas you can only tie it up here if you don't get the 2-point conversion. If you don't convert
been very
here.
successful. I don't think the games that I've been to, I don't think they've even tried an extra point yet. I think they've went for 2 every time, and they're going for 2 now. Black in the shotgun, and the ball is, well, they lost it. I don't know if that hit. Did that hit somebody in motion or what?
It hit somebody in motion.
Anyway, the attempt was unsuccessful. The ball was.
Well, it's kind of 6 one way, half a dozen another. There, you're still going to trail, but if you're not confident in a kid kicking a 30 or 40-yarder anyway, then the going for keeping it within 3 doesn't really matter.
Well, the thing of it is, if you get 2 there, you're 1 point behind, and if they score a touchdown and an extra point, a touchdown and 2-point conversion will still tie the game again too.
That's true.
So,
yep.
Right. And their kicker looks like he's pretty good. So, even though they did, the first one got blocked, didn't it? The first extra point got blocked. So the Dons are on the board with 6:06 left first half, and it looks like number 10, Rudy Arizmendi is back for them, along with Connor Markham. And Luke Emmons is going to kick off for the Dons. We've got 6:06 left till halftime. If you're just joining us, this is homecoming night, and Jaden Burrow was crowned the homecoming queen before the game tonight.
Luke Emmons is going to be doing the kicking duties.
Yeah, he kicked last week too.
Did he?
He kicks a dribbler down the middle. Ball's touched by them, so they have to fall on it. And those are dangerous.
Yeah, yeah.
They really are. So they're going to start out about the 28-yard line.
It's not a bad spot to be starting.
Because if you kick it deep and they might get returned out there farther, so that ended up working out pretty good. So let's see if the Dons can get another stop here and get the ball back before halftime.
Right, a stop and score because East Prairie's going to start the second half with it. So
that's right, yep.
A little stop and score here with 6 minutes left to go would be beneficial for the Dons. That way they're not playing back-to-back possessions, so to speak, with East Prairie.
They flip it to Ware, and he cuts back. Looked like he cut inside the right tackle over there and got a couple of yards to the 31, so he picked up about 3. So make it 2nd and 7. So the Dons must be cutting that outside off a little bit better because a couple of times here he's had to cut that ball back into the inside, and they've done a better job of slowing him down a little bit. 5.5 minutes left first half. 9-6. East Prairie leading the Dons. Wallace takes a snap, hands it off up the middle, and going to get up to about the 35, and I'm sure that is Cade again.
Yeah, that's number 11. That's Braylon Cade. That's who it looked like.
So that is going to bring up a 3rd down and 3. Ball at the 35-yard line. They got to get out to about just outside the 38.
Dons can get a stop in the backfield here.
They'd almost have to punt it, wouldn't they?
Almost have to punt, yep. You would think with that ball in Doniphan.
This time they hand it off, and they got a chance to get him. And they're going to tackle him back at the 35-yard line. And that was Luke Emmons who forced him to go out, and he's pushed out by Black and Lorenzo Rios. And that's going to bring up a 4th down, and that's going to be no gain on the play. Well, they give him about a half a yard. Are they going to go for it in their own territory here?
I don't know. Looks like it. They are going to spot him up a little bit.
It's going to be about probably 2.5 yards. 4th down and about 2.5 yards.
I'm wondering if we'll see him go to the line of scrimmage here to try to draw Doniphan off for the penalty.
Well, you know what happened last week? The quarterback stepped back and punted the ball a couple of times on 4th down.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do.
Try to draw him offside.
Yeah, that's what I thought was coming.
Now they're going to call time.
I'm actually surprised they didn't try it a couple times and then just take the delay game and then punt it from the additional 5 yards back from there, because when you're talking punting game, 5 yards really isn't a whole lot. And so I kind of expected them to try multiple times there to draw them off.
Yeah, a couple times last week. Who did they play? I forgot who they played last week.
Father
Tolton.
Right.
Their quarterback, he'd get under center, and they'd try to draw him off for a few seconds, and then he'd drop back about 6-8 yards, and he punted it.
Just a little drop
Actually,
punt?
Doniphan blocked one of them.
Really?
It just kind of went straight up in the air. But he got the other one off.
And that's still to say that they may not try to run a play here.
Well, they may do it. I don't know.
They may have tried to get the freebie, and he's going back, number 25. That's Raimundo Yanez. Looks like he's going to be doing the punting duties.
Well, you could always hope for a bad snap here.
Well, I wouldn't say no to it, that's for sure.
The Dons are going to send Lorenzo Rios back, but he's not back very far. Now he's backing up a little bit farther. But watch the fake, boys. Wallace is back there, too, at the 30-yard line. Ooh, left-footed kicker, and he's going to get a good bounce out of that. It's going to roll dead about the 28-yard line of the Dons. So the Dons got 4 minutes and 13 seconds here. Chance to take the lead before halftime.
Only about 1:47 come off the clock for the Dons ends. We talked about how they needed to get a stop and a score, and clock's definitely in their favor to do that. So
defense stiffened up there, didn't they?
They did, very much
plays.
so. Well, and I was kind of nervous because they had was like a 6-yard gainer to start it.
Yeah, it was 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and so that's never a good sign to have that big chunk come right off the front end of it, and Don's did a great job.
Well, I thought when they had that 3rd down and 3, they'd run it straight up the middle because they've got at least 3 or 4 yards every time on that, but they tried to run it outside. The Don strung it out. Black hands it off. And Rhines is going to get out to the 33-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 5.
33 for
he's got to check out.
Yeah, his
helmet come off.
Number 33, Joel Rhines.
So that make it 2nd and 5.
Well, it's always a good problem to have. Your running back helmet pops off, and you've got another guy in Luke Emmons built about the exact same way, ready to go.
Hard to bring down.
Yeah, both of them.
Well, they're going to line up with the wide receivers out 3 to the left and 3 to the right and 1 to the left. Black passes it out, and his pass is short and incomplete.
Take your time there.
I'm not sure they would have got much out of that if they would have caught it. He's trying to screen pass the wide receiver screen.
The thing about that, I know Black was trying to get rid of it quick there, but for that play to work, your line just about has to let everybody through. They hold for a second and let your quarterback drop back, and then they let the line break, which is how that bubble screen works, is then he's able to cut through in behind where the line would be, and it kind of gives him a little bit of space, but that happened too quickly. Didn't let it develop.
3rd down and 5. They're going to hand it off to Emmons, and he's going to get up to the 40, and that's going to be a 1st down. And the Dons move the chains. We're down to 3:27 left in the first half.
Is that a game of 4 or 5 there?
They were at the 33. So 7 yards.
7, okay.
7 yards. Dons need to get moving a little bit here. We're down to 3:10 to go. If you're going to run it a lot, and this time Rios gets it. And, the ball come loose, but I think they're going to say it was down. They're holding up 2 fingers for 2nd down. No, it was recovered. Carson Roberts come out of the pile with it. They're going to give him almost 4, so we'll call it 2nd and 6. But we're down to 2:40, and the Dons are not getting in too big a hurry. They need to hurry it up just a little bit. With Chris Black going to the sideline every time to get the play, it takes a lot of time. And unless they get a big run here, they're going to have a hard time getting it down there. Roberts comes out wide to the right. Gazaway is wide left, and Black's going to throw. He's going to throw it deep, and it's underthrown, and it's intercepted. And he's got a lot of room and a lot of blockers in front of him. And he's all the way down, and he's going to be down about the 10-yard line. My goodness gracious. That is a momentum breaker right there. And now we got a flag. Hope that's not another sportsmanlike conduct.
Well, there was a little bit of a skirmish down there. I couldn't see who was involved in it, but
my goodness, you have a chance to score and take the lead, and the very last thing you want to do is give them a ball back, and then they run it back all the way to the 13-yard line.
Did we ever see, are they going to say, okay, so we got a hold.
Oh, it was on the run back?
Yep. And then a personal foul.
On top of it. That's the second time tonight that's happened to them.
Yeah. Well, East Prairie's coach.
See, they're going 15 this time on the second one.
East Prairie's coach doesn't seem too happy about that. I don't know. He thought he saw something else.
Well, the Don's still going to have to stiffen up here because they're still got the ball at the 39-yard line. But, boy, that's a killer.
Yeah, you can't let them score here going into halftime knowing they're getting it back to start the second half. That back-to-back possessions, that's tough.
That was a good-looking spiral. It just he didn't get it out there far enough, or he threw it too late, one or the other. I thought maybe it was going to be underthrown and a receiver could come back to it because the defensive back was running down the field, but the defensive back turned around and looked like he was the receiver on it. And they're going to throw it. Screen pass. They got Lyman out in front. And down to about the 32-yard line. They didn't get a first down. Blockers he had in front, I thought for sure that he's going to get a first down, but they mark it at the 31. So the pickup of 8. They rolled out to the right. One number 5 is limping out there. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he tried to throw a block and got hit. Wallace under center. Hands it to Ware. Cuts back into the middle. Going to get down to the 25. The Dons have been making him cut back into the middle, but he's starting to find some holes there as well. Clock will stop while they move the chains, 1:48. If they can get a couple of stops here and not let them get a first down and get any yardage, they might be able to get into the locker room with just being down 9-6.
Right.
They can't give up a big run here. Wallace flips it to Ware, and he's hitting the backfield. Nice job there.
Yeah, that's Buffy. And
Buffington again.
Yeah.
He's made a couple of those in the backfield. At the 25-yard line. So no gain on that play. 2nd and 10. Clock down to 1:12. And if they run the play clock down like they have been, it'll be down to around 50 seconds by the time they snap it. This time, quarterback's going to throw it, and the pass is complete. Cutting back into the middle. Now out to the outside. Down to the 10-yard line. Cuts back into the middle, and he runs it into the end zone. The Dons overran the play about 4 or 5 times. East Prairie gets on the board. I mean, they just liked a hair hitting the quarterback before he threw the ball, but he got it out of there. So East Prairie goes up by 9. And it looks like they may go for 2 this time. So we talk about it all the time. Mistakes kill them every game. And the ball up the middle, and I don't believe he made it. I don't see any signs. Nope, they're going to say he didn't get in.
Doniphan holding tough. They're denying the extra point to East Prairie.
Well, I will say this. The only positive that comes from that right there is I believe it was 45 seconds left on the clock. So you do have a shot here to try to run one back, get in good field position, and you've got all 3 of your timeouts left. You might be able to run a play or 2 to see if you can bust it loose, because they're knocking at the door at scoring there, and it's probably just a matter of time before they do score on that drive. So I guess it's better to happen on the front end with more time left than not, I guess.
Yeah, but that's not
I guess
much
that's
time, though.
Positive.
So we got 45 seconds left. And this time, Ware's going to kick off. I thought number 64 was kicking pretty good for them. It's offsides, I think. They'll push him back 5 yards. That'll let the Dons deep men come up another 5 yards. They're standing about the 15 right now. I think Ware kicked off the last time, and he kicked a squig kick to Luke Emmons. I tell you what, for a freshman, that boy's built pretty good too.
Yeah, very much so.
He got that ball leaning back an awful long ways, don't he? It's like on a 45-degree angle. And I don't know, we got one of the officials over here talking to the East Prairie coach. Finally, he's going to kick it. Kicks it high. And it's going to be picked up at about the 20-yard line by Gazaway. Breaks the tackle and gets outside the 40.
Number 1, Sean Gazaway.
The Dons will have it at the 42 with 38 seconds left first half. Well, that interception just
hurts.
And like you said, they're going to get the ball first in the third quarter too.
That's going to set up 1st and 10 for Doniphan. Ball is in place for the 42-yard line. 38 seconds left before halftime.
East Prairie's going to take a timeout here.
Timeout on the field.
I wonder why.
East Prairie.
Wonder why they take a time out there.
Third and final timeout for the first half.
Only thing I can think of is he thinks we're about to take 3 or 4 shots downfield. I just don't see that being in the game plan for what we'll do. They might take one.
They did have Gasaway out wide left, but they've got him out wide almost every play. But everybody else was still in the backfield.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we do see multiple pass plays here. I think one of them is going to be a shot deep. I don't think it'll come on the first or second play. I think it'll be right there at the end. But I think we might see one of those little bubble screens out to the out to the outside, either left or to the right.
See if they can break it and get down their ways.
Yep, see if they can just kind of wiggle loose.
Oh, after their East Prairie, I believe that was their last time out. Chris Black in the shotgun. Drops back. He's going to throw it deep, and it's underthrown again. And it's going to be tipped and intercepted. And I think that might have been a face mask, but they didn't catch it. And that one did not spiral. That was like a wounded duck going out there.
Yeah, I don't know that I make that my first play. I know you gotta take a shot and you gotta chunk out some big yardage quick, but I don't know that that's my first.
Actually, on that one, if he would have threw the same pass that he threw the other time, the Dons had a step on him there if he'd have got it out there, but that one there just kind of wobbled down there. Let's see what they do. They've got 30 seconds left, and they've got about 67 yards to go for a score here. Handoff goes to Ware. You better watch out to get him on that outside. And they're going to bring him down up close to the 40. And the clock continues to run.
East Prairie may be regretting that timeout right there before that last series started for the Dons.
They just got to make sure they don't let somebody break loose here. This is going to be the last play. And he drops back to pass, throws it down the field, and overshoots him with no time left on the clock. That's number 8 in there, quarterback, Tucker Parker, another freshman. That was a good-looking throw. He just overthrew him by a little bit. So that'll be the end of the first half. And the Dons had it 9-6 and actually was moving the ball and threw an interception, and East Prairie made them pay right before the end of the first half to take a 15-6 lead here at halftime. Well, Dalton, I don't know.
I'm not too sure, and I may need that official right there walking with his hat off was coming up off the ground. I think he got ran into, and I'm not too sure he didn't eject one of their players.
Oh, is that right?
Over here from East Prairie.
You think that's why their coaches are out there?
I think so. I could be wrong, but I was kind of trying to listen and watch, and I watched all that play out, and I don't know if the official thought he did it on purpose, but I did know one of the East Prairie players hits him, and they both went to the ground. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but I'm not too sure that he didn't get ejected right there when it was all said and done, and I'm not sure which one it was. So I guess we'll see.
Well, we probably won't know unless it's one of their main players and he's not out there in the third quarter.
That's very true.
All right, well, our halftime score is 15-6, and we're going to take a break, and we'll be back shortly before the second half starts here on homecoming night at Doniphan. East Prairie leads by 9 over the Dons.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Doniphan High School Band. Members include Carmen Chesworth, Preston Bishop, Hayden Falk, Adina Burns, Madeline Taylor, Crockett Verkylen, Mariah Payne, Lia Barnett, Quentin Brown, Chance Watson, Zach Sibbles, Carl Russell, Xander Poe, Caitlin Stadler, Garrett Bridges, Amanda Chesworth. DHS Band and Drumline under the direction of Donnie Falk. Your DHS cheer team doing a great job tonight. Members include Grace Bishop, Sky Hufford, McKenna Foster, Deani Taylor, Alyssa Jo Ensign, Alexa McCoy, Jocelyn Bolts, Hannah Shelby, Kaylee Arbo, Sierra Amaro, Alexis Stoghill, Emily Glasgow Shepherd, Emma Robinette, Hannah Wicklund, Jolie Mouser, Hayden Haywood, Macy Doran, and Hayden Falk. Those are your DHS cheer members who make each game exciting with the hard work they do. They're under the direction of Zach Taylor. We're about 8 minutes away from the start of the second half.
Dalton, the Dons really, they're not out of the game right now by any means, but they could have really been in the game. They could have had the lead if things would have went right. And I don't know. I know we just keep harping on it about the turnovers, the penalties and things at very, very crucial times. And that interception they threw allowed the big run backs what hurt. If they hadn't had the big run back on it, it probably wouldn't have been. They probably wouldn't have been able to score it. It would have been 9-6.
Right.
But that was just a killer.
Yeah, and that's like I said. We've had 2 interceptions. We've had a couple plays that got away from us, and the big run at the beginning of the game that East Prairie put up, where he had the big 40-yard run or whatever it was. There's just it seems like there's something big always blows up at the wrong time, and we just got to get to where we're a little more disciplined and prevent that from happening. Stay focused, for a whole series, for a whole drive, no penalties, nothing to kill you, and you just really got to kind of, keep your head in it. And I feel like occasionally we kind of slip out of that and we see a big play or a big series kind of blow up in our face, and we've really got to get to where we're disciplined where that doesn't happen anymore.
Well, for the most part, after that one big run by Ware, they've done a pretty good job on him. I mean, he's had a couple of, pretty decent runs, but they've done a pretty good job. But the run back on that interception is really what hurt. The interception didn't hurt as bad as the run back, because if he'd intercepted and they'd have been at the 35-yard line with no more time that was left, they might not have been able to get down there, But so there was actually 2 really bad things that happened on that. Not only the interception, but then they couldn't tackle him. They got back down to almost the 10-yard line, and they were able to score in a short amount of time there. Well, East Prairie will get the ball. The Eagles will get it here to start the second half. They got a 9-point lead. And it looks like we got Chris Black kicking off this time. And I hear one of their coaches hollering to tell their deep man to come up. I don't know if they think maybe the Dons are going to try an onside kick, maybe. Chris Black is kicking instead of Luke Emmons, so.
And here we go.
And he picked up at the 35, and he drops it. That's number 21, Demarion Evans. He dropped it and had to fall on it. He ended up losing a couple of yards on the play, back to the 32. After catching it, initially catching it at the 35. So they'll start at their own 32-yard line.
It's not a bad place to be. I mean, I know Chris Black doesn't kick it super deep there, but that, kind of around the 40, 35, 30, it's kind of a good place to be. So hopefully the Dons put a good defensive stand together here.
Well, to me, it's imperative that they do, because if they score again, it's going to get away from them. Wallace flips it to Ware. He gets through the line, and it's going to be another. Oh, my goodness. He took that all the way. Folks, I cannot. That's basically a carbon copy of the one in the first half, only from a lot farther distance. So he's got over 100 yards on 2 runs.
Plays. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, and, bad thing is he was hit by 3 or 4 different guys.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't a clean run by any means.
No, they could have had him down. I know he's hard to bring down, but
A 68-yard run for
he had a 40-yarder, about 40-yarder the first time, and that was a 68. So he's got over 100 yards just on those 2.
Right.
And they're going to try to tack on the extra point. I mean, that's just got to – and he misses it off to the right. That's just got to deflate the Dons, because they come out of the locker room thinking, well, we're not that far behind. In one play, and you're down by 15 points, which is actually still 2 scores.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. You're still in the same boat, really, other than it's kind of demoralizing. That's you're still 2 scores. We're probably not going to kick a field goal, so we needed the 2 touchdowns anyway. So now all we need is 2 touchdowns, and one of those to be good for a 2-point conversion.
Or a 2-point conversion twice and take the lead, but then you still got to hold them when they get the ball back.
That's correct.
But that is just,
other than it being real demoralizing kind of right out of the gate, start the second half, you think you go in the locker room, you make some adjustments. Okay, we're going to come out and play better here in the second half. This is what we're going to do to be different. And then, like you said, it's almost a carbon copy of how the game started. So it's all those adjustments you feel like you made at halftime just feel like you kind of they just went out the window, And so that's got to be demoralizing for the Dons. And, more so than a stop here at the beginning of the second half, you got to get a score here.
I hate to interrupt you, but
you're right.
Don't be shocked if they try another onside kick.
I think
they got a 2-score lead, and he's lined up like he's going to kick it over on this side, and he did. And luckily, it took a big bounce there, and it bounces right up into the arms of
56.
Dalton
Sappington.
Yeah, he got a good hop there on that one.
In baseball, we call that a cherry hop.
Yeah.
Good for picking, So
here we go again. That's the exact same spot.
Because here we are just on
the ball.
You're exactly right.
They were on the 49. They're on the 48. Great field position.
Okay.
If you go down and score here and get a 2-point conversion, man, you're right back in the game. But you have got to put a drive together.
Can't shoot yourself in the foot either.
Hand off to Emmons. He's hitting the backfield. Shakes the tackle. He's going to take it all the way over to the left side. And he's going to be drugged down. But he did good to get about a 3-yard or 4-yard gain there on that play. It looks like they're going to give him 4 down to the 48. He ran about 20 yards there to get 4. Maybe more than that. It'll be 2nd and 6. He shook that tackler in the backfield like he wasn't even on him.
No.
Now they're in East Prairie territory at the 48. 2nd down and 6. Emmons is out wide right. Now Rios joins him. They hand it off to Rhines up the middle. And again, he just keeps them feet turning. And he's down close to a 1st down.
Got a flag in the backfield. That's never a good sign. But that whole pile pushed forward.
Oh, they're going to call it. That looked like I think he pointed that way, the personal foul, didn't he?
I wonder if that was a late hit on Black or something. I didn't see it, so I probably shouldn't say that.
Well, that's going to put the Dons down there around inside the 30-yard line.
Okay, so Joel's going to pick up he's going to have a carry there.
I don't know if he got the 1st down or not because
I think it was only a gain of about 6 there.
It looked like it was
just
right
shy
there.
So we'll say a gain of about 6. And the Dons are going to pick up.
They move it down to the 28.
Another 15 there, yeah. Okay, well, here you go.
That's a break for the Dons. Yep. Don't seem to get very many of them. They need to capitalize on it.
Keep rolling here. Keep rolling. Don't stop.
Rios in motion. Takes a handoff. Cuts back into the inside. Good gain on 1st down.
Great run.
As he gets down pretty close to the 1st down.
I think they're going to give it to him, surely.
The official down here looks like he's at about the 19.
Oh, he backed it up a little bit. Okay.
So it looks like a 9-yard gain.
Yeah.
Got 10-15 to go in the 3rd quarter. Don's trying to answer back after East Prairie scored on their first possession, a 1-play 68-yard run. Handed off to Rhines, and he's going to get the 1st down, and they're going to spot him at about the 15 and a half, 16-yard line.
A gain of about, what, 4 there? Is that?
I think he was on the 19, so I'd say 4. Yeah, it looks like it's right on the touching the 15.
Right.
So they can get one more 1st down.
I'm like you. I kind of just want to see him punch it in.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have a 15-yard touchdown run here.
Yep.
Emmons has got it.
That might
he
be
may
it.
have it. And he does. He's all the way into the end zone as he come off the right tackle. And he's doing the same thing. He does the same thing that Ryan says. I mean, he just drags people with him.
Stop.
A 15-yard touchdown run, and it's 21-12. And we'll see. They go for 2 here. That'll make it a 21-14 game. They need to stick it in there because get it down to a 1-score game. Well, they just ran the ball down their throat that time.
Yeah, they did.
That drive there, 52-yard drive. Black hands it off. Ryan's trying to make his way in. He's still up.
It's going to be close.
And they're going to give it to him.
There we go.
He just keeps them feet churning, boy. I tell you. That makes it 21-14. The Dons answer right back. And the fans on their feet over there, and coaches come out and congratulate them. Now you
got to stand
play
tall.
some defense.
Yep, you got to play tall right here.
Can't give up another 62-yard touchdown run.
Well, do the Dons go for an onside kick of their own, or
I wouldn't want to give them the ball that close.
Okay.
Now, I mean, you still got all kinds of time left here. 9:44.
We're still in the third quarter. We're early in the third.
Let's see who's going to kick off this time for the Dons. Looks like it's going to be Chris Black again. They have Wyatt Williams and Connor Markham back deep, and they're not very deep. They're about the 20-yard line.
We got too many guys on the field. Somebody's got to come off. 2, 3, 4,
8, 10. No, number 25 is not on the field over there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
Okay.
25 looked like he was on the field.
Yeah, he did. I was worried for him.
So Chris Black will kick it off. He didn't kick it very deep the last time, but the ball wasn't handled. This time the same player gets it, number 21, and he is going to get out to the 39. He'll get about a 5 or 6 yard run back there, probably 5 yards. And that was Demarion Evans.
Okay.
So they'll start at the 39-yard line. A pretty good field position, but
By number 1, Sean Gazaway. Setting up.
21-14. Well, we hadn't got to say that very often this year.
No?
Well, actually,
yeah.
9:39 to go. Wallace under center. Flips it. And they try to run that same play again to Ware, and this time he's going to be stopped after about, probably a 4-yard gain. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 43.
And then mark this down for the first time we've ever said this. Wish we had Malden on the schedule.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
Normally they're not. It's been a couple years since they've been kind of a powerhouse, but they're always normally really competitive.
Yeah.
And here we are hanging with East Prairie, who did beat Malden. It would just kind of be nice to have a couple wins on the on the schedule instead of.
Yeah, because the rest of them are not going to be easy.
No, you got Scott City's going to be tough. Chaffee's going to be tough. Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Chaffee next week and then
both
Scott
tough
City.
games, yeah.
2nd down and 6. They hand it off up the middle. And
I don't think they're going to get the first, but it's awfully close. It's going to be about 3rd and 1.
I think that was Cade again. Cade and Ware are the only two that's carried. Well, I think Markham carried it a time or two early.
Right.
He's out there in the backfield with them, but he has not. They're going to call it for a 3rd down, but it's less than a yard.
For East Prairie.
Well, this would be hard to stop here. I'd have to get some penetration, push their line back.
Well, we've had a couple situations like this, maybe not 3rd and this short, but they've tried to run around the corner, and it's not paid out well for them. Let's see what they do here.
It's quarterback sneak, and he gets the 1st down. That's always the best play, especially when you're up around midfield there.
Right.
So they'll move the chains, and they'll have the ball at the Dons' 49-yard line. Now they got to start over again and try to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Ball's on the 49-yard line, 1st and 10 for East
the deeper they get, the better chance they are of going for it on 4th down, too. Ware gets it again. This time he's going to get to the outside, gets around the corner. Nice job there.
Gazaway, yeah, did a great job catching him from behind.
Gazaway and Logan Price, I believe, was in on that too.
Yeah, I think 12. So. Yep.
And he limps over to the sideline. He's still going to spot him at the 45-yard line. Man, he must have fell forward there because it looked like they got him back at the 47. But he still picks up 4 yards on the play. 7:15 to go in the third. Wallace keeps looking over to the coach for the plays, and all of them have wristbands on to see. Every player on the field looks at that wristband. He calls out a number or something, and they go by that. Hand it off up the middle again, and it's going to be Cade.
Going to be about the same situation.
Going to get down to the.
I didn't get as good as I thought. I think they're going to give him a better spot than where that ball marker is right now, though. Maybe not.
They're going to put it at about the 42, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Seems like every time he takes up the middle, he gets about 4 or 5 yards.
4 yards at a time will win you a lot of ball games.
You're not kidding. A handoff, double handoff to Markham, and a good tackle there.
Black.
And he's going to be he's going to be a little bit short. Who was that made the tackle?
That was Chris
Rhines?
Black. No, I think Joel came in to help, but Chris Black's the one that stood him up.
Yep, it's going to be 4th down. About a yard.
You got to go for it here. Yeah, Chris Black did a good job. He came around the corner and Black got low.
I was just getting ready to say, they'd probably catch the Dons off guard if they give the ball to Markham because he hadn't had it since the first series. And they did it, but Black done a nice job of staying where he was supposed to be on the reverse.
Don's got to fire off the line here. I think they're going to ride up the middle again. Oh, get back.
Are they trying to draw him off sides again? Illegal procedure there.
Yeah, that's
they waited way too long. They should have just got up there and run.
They did that, tried to draw them offside thing, and then they had to go back to their. That's the one thing I don't like about those play bans. For one, you run the risk of somebody not hearing the play call right, and they're trying to look at it real quick. And see, are they going to punt here? They're going to. I would assume they're going to go for it on the 45, right?
Well, it kind of looks like it. Well, it'd be a big stop right here.
But anyway,
they got to get 6 yards.
A ton of time to have to flip through there and find what play you're looking for.
Well, you look out there; it looks funny. See, every one of them got flipping that up, flipping it open to where they can.
Yeah, there's only 4 seconds left. They may get a delay a game here if they're not careful. 3, 2, 1. They're going to get it off, but.
Oh man, wide open down the field. Turn around. Oh, that's going to be interference. Oh my God. If he'd have turned around, he could have intercepted it.
Yeah.
There we go. That's another one of those costly mistakes.
Only the bad thing about that is I don't even think he knew the receiver was there. I think he was.
The ball was underthrown.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to get there.
The receiver probably stopped to try to catch it, but if you run into him, that's interference before the ball gets there.
That was Madden Wooldridge. He had no idea that ball was in the air, I don't think.
Wow, that's a killer again. Man, you had him stopped. You had the ball at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and they did a good job flushing him out of the pocket there. He was on the run. Madden just turns around and is trying to find that ball there and making a play on it.
He probably could have intercepted it.
Yeah. Well, and he definitely doesn't get flagged for the penalty if he's trying to make a play at the ball there.
Might have been better off if he hadn't intercepted it and they just stopped the play.
Yep.
And
possible better field position that way for sure.
They give it to Markham again, and he gets about a yard on that play. It's always something. There's always something that happens. I mean, you got the ball at the 45-yard line if you don't have that penalty.
Yep.
Because he's not catching that ball. It was underthrown. Clock running with 4:25 left in the third quarter. And now East Prairie driving after the penalty that would have given the Dons the ball if they hadn't committed the penalty. Wallace flips it to Ware. He cuts back right over the center, and he's going to get down inside the 25. He'll be short of the first down, but he's pretty close again. They're
Another 4
coming up
yards
with
for
third
him.
down, but they're always short ones, it seems like.
Yep. Yeah, Ware's pretty consistent for a 4 or 5 yard gain, and they go to him on second down there, and he's got them just about 1 or 2 yards away. And it's a short conversion there for the first down, and not giving the Dons a lot of options there.
Third down and 2. Ware gets it again. He's going to try to bounce it to the outside. Now the Dons had him, and he got around him and got past the 20-yard line for a first down.
First down for East Prairie.
That defensive end did a good job of turning him back inside. There just wasn't anybody there to help him.
Let's see, they mark it on the 19, 18, 19. Well, they had that big stop we wanted them to get.
Yeah.
First and 10. Scoreboard says the 19-yard line. Looks like it. That's about right. And we're going to have a timeout here with 2:36 left in the third quarter. If they let them score again, it's going to be tough because they're going to be down 2 scores again. And we are nearing the end of the third quarter. And the Dons,
2 minutes and 36 seconds left.
when they do score, they take a lot of time off the clock because they run the ball so much, and that clock keeps running. Of course, it stops when you get a first down, but as soon as they get the chains moved, it starts running again.
Right.
2 scores is hard for them to get in 1 quarter. So what they need is a turnover. And that's one thing we haven't talked about much, but the Dons don't get a lot of turnovers. They don't force a lot of turnovers.
No.
Once again, Jaden Burrow was crowned a homecoming queen for the 2022 football season here at Doniphan High School. And Dalton has the OFC tournament, baseball tournament starting Monday, and you play, what time did you say, 3:30?
3:30, yep.
At Three Rivers.
Three Rivers.
And the Donettes softball team is playing in the district up in St. Louis on Monday as well.
Yep. I can get those brackets. Hold on, man.
And before you know it, we'll be in the gym doing basketball games.
Actually, I do want to clarify. I think we play at 3 o'clock on Monday. We play at 3. 3:30 if we win that game on Tuesday is
it Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday?
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, yeah.
First and 10 at the 19. This time they flip it to number 10. I don't think he's carried the ball, and he's still on his feet. Churns his way down to the 15 for a gain of about 4 yards.
It's Rudy.
Oh, that's... Yeah, I think I've only called his name a time or two, and I think that was on tackles or kickoffs or something. There's Mindy. They're going to give him the 14, so it's second down and 5. And like you said, 5 yards a pop, you're not going to be able to stop them. You have to get a negative yardage play or hold them to a couple of yards every play if you're going to stop them. This time they flip it to him again. And he's going to get down into the end zone. I don't know if the Dons even touched him or not.
Number 15, Madden Woolridge, got a hand on him, but not much of one.
Well, he's carried the ball 2 times and gained 19 yards and scored a touchdown.
Not a bad night, yeah.
That's the first time I think he's been in on offense. So it's back to a 2-touchdown lead again, and they're going to try the extra point again. And it'd be nice if he misses here again just in case the Dons were able to score a couple of touchdowns. Of course, the Dons don't kick extra points either, so. That one is up and no good. It misses wide right. I can't believe he kicked a 40-yard field goal.
I think that's why they got so excited.
The first extra point was blocked, and then he's missed the last 2.
You know, his buddies went over on the sideline and said, man, you can't even hit an extra point, and you drop back and hit a 40-yarder.
Yeah. Maybe they need to take a couple of penalties to get to where he's kicking from 30.
My stepdad has a saying, and he said, I'd rather be lucky than good any day.
Yeah.
May have been a little luck with that 40-yarder earlier.
Yeah, maybe there was.
Yeah.
It just barely made it over the crossbar. But still, that's a pretty good kick in high school.
40's not bad. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of college football. Girlfriend's got season tickets to the Razorbacks, so I've gone to several of their games, and I'm seeing scholarship kickers miss some chip shots and 40-yarders.
Yeah, don't mention that Missouri one again, because that was
heartbreaking.
That ruined their whole season, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure, because you had a chance. You had a chance with Vanderbilt still on your schedule.
They can play with Florida tomorrow if they play good.
I think so too. And then you dropped the game with Auburn, and you really had a chance, kind of be in the conversation there. And you about stole one from Georgia.
Kick is picked up by Gazaway, and another really good return as he gets it back across midfield. He picked that up about 25-yard line, and he brings it back to the 45. And they've had some success going straight up the middle of the field on those kickoff returns. Well, the Dons got a good field position.
I was really worried about how that return was going to pan out because he kind of caught that
running backwards
and away from the way you would normally think he would want to go there. But Gazaway turns it on, does a good job picking up about a 25, 30-yard run.
Actually, it was.
Was that back at the 25?
It was at the 25 where he got his 30 yards.
So 30.
The Dons down 27-14, have the ball. Black fakes the handoff, is going to keep it himself, and he goes down. He didn't want to get hit there, did he? And then he looks up at Kate there like, you ain't going to hit me, buddy.
Yeah.
He did
I don't know that I've not
yards.
seen very many high school quarterbacks give themselves up on a slide like that.
Maybe he's got hit a time or two tonight, and he decided he didn't want to do it again.
Definitely.
He still picked up 4 yards, so a good gain on first down. Got a minute left in the third now. The Dons in East Prairie territory at the 41. Black will set up in the shotgun. Passes it out and caught by Gazaway and immediately tackled by Connor Markham, and that's going to push him right back to 3rd and 10.
I know it's hard to think of in that split second. Gazaway's better to drop that ball. As soon as that hits his hands and he gets wrapped up, let it go, let it hit the dirt, and taking the 5-yard loss there. But it's hard. In that moment, that's hard to think. All right, I need to drop this here because you're trained. Hey, got to catch it, and then all of a sudden,
Well, I know this is easier said than done, but why don't they put Gazaway over there? If they can give Black enough time to throw, put everybody else on this side. And
let him go
fake that throw to him, and that quarterback could go up, and he take off down the field. And it looks like Uman. He had the first down. He got fumbled it, and it's picked up by East Prairie. And he was going to have the first down or be within a yard.
That looked like
another turnover on the Dons.
Luke spun right there, and it looked like that helmet just squared up right with the football and popped it right out.
That's at least the third turnover. Did we have another fumble earlier?
We've had 2 interceptions and a fumble. Luke Emmons fumbled now twice tonight.
Yeah, and that's not normally. No. He normally does not do that.
Keith.
Well, we're at the end of 3 quarters, and it's 27-14. East Prairie looking pretty good now as they'll have the ball to start the 4th quarter with a 13-point lead. We're going to take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back on Current River Broadcasting. Well, we've got 12 minutes of football left to play. The Dons trail 27-14, and they were on their way.
They were cooking.
Another fumble, another turnover, another mistake at the 35-yard line. This time Luke Emmons had the fumble, and he if he hadn't had the first down, he would have been within a yard, and they could have gone for it. But East Prairie gets the football with that 13-point lead, so 12 minutes to go. It's going to be tough now. A flip to Ware. Cuts back into the center. And another big gain of about 13 by Ware. And when he gets through that line, he accelerates, and you can almost see that one going for 65 yards.
He's got a big body for a freshman.
Yes, he does.
Well, and then also we may see some passes here because they've got number 8, Tucker Parker, now coming in taking snaps under center. Well, he's a freshman. He's actually listed at quarterback. And I saw him warming up down here actually throwing, so.
This time he hands it off, and that's going to be Cade, and he's going to pick up about 7 or 8 yards. Uh-oh. That's the second time number 50 has got hurt for them tonight. Second time they've had to come out on the field. And he acts like he's really hurt this time. And we will have a stoppage in play here with 11:17 to go. And that is Cooper Oatsvall. And like I said earlier in the first half, down in the end zone, he was down there. And they had to come out and check on him. He's in some serious pain the way he's acting out there. As you know, if he wasn't, he probably would be up. And
there looks like they're cutting the tape off his ankles there too.
Scores 27-14 East Prairie with 11:17 to go in the 4th quarter. And while we got a stoppage in play, we'll take a break here, and we'll be back in about a minute.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
We're for road trips.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to
We're for road trips. We're for hitting up Arthur Bryant's for lunch and making it to Lambert's for dinner. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, steel horses, and real horses. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck in traffic and 6-lane freeways that aren't so free. We're for Missouri license plates. No, medals of pride. Like us, no two roads are alike, but we're all connected. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missouri driver, we're for you.
I am Doug Green, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
The housing market is hot and interest rates are still low, making it a great time to sell your house or look for your new home. Either way, Taylor Schleif with United Country American Realty in Doniphan is there for you. Check out her listings online and be assured that Taylor will be with you every step of the way, making the process easier and more enjoyable for you. Come see her at their office in Oak Tree Village or schedule an appointment by calling 996-6786. Taylor Schleif and United Country American Realty, coming soon to a closing near you. Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street in Doniphan.
We see the potential of her and him and you, of where you're from and what you can accomplish. Because when you set your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. But reaching your potential isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about helping others, supporting your neighbors, building your community, and investing in people that make a difference. Like her and him and you. Because when you're from here, that's just what you do. And from here, we can do anything.
Well, they had to help Oatsvall off the field. I'm not sure if it was an ankle or a knee, but they've got him over at the bench, and the trainers are taking a look at him. He was not able to go off under his own power. At least we didn't have to call an ambulance like we did a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's one good thing.
Yeah.
And let's see, we have second down and about 3 for the Eagles. They lead 27-14 with 11:17 left in the fourth quarter. And now we got a timeout called. They didn't have the right people on the field. I don't know if the coach was putting in some substitutes or what, but he had 2 players that he sent out there, and they didn't get off the field. I guess was the play clock about to run out?
Yeah, I had 2 seconds left on the play clock. I don't know that I agree with that. I mean, he's got 1 timeout left now in the fourth quarter. Say the Dons do get a stop here and a score. He's going to wish he had that back. You're sitting 2nd and 3. You take the delay of game penalty, you're 2nd and 8. You're still in a good spot.
They've been getting 4 or 5 yards at least every
I don't know that I burned
anyway.
the timeout there. I think I take my penalty and go from there. I don't know. Well, there's a lot of ifs into that scenario, but I'm one of those that if I was coaching football, those timeouts are when you get into a competitive ball game, those are big tools to have. And like I said, East Prairie is going to be down to 1 now.
Well, this might be one of those teaching moments. He might be jumping all over his team because they just had a long delay. They went back to the field and they didn't have the right people out there.
Enjoy tonight's football game. Please join me in saying thank you to the hardworking folks who devote their time and effort. People like to change.
So I think they are down to 1 timeout now, aren't they?
Well, now I think they have too many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, I got 11. Okay. Let's say, wow, wouldn't that be rough?
Yeah, that would have been nice. They'd end up getting a 5-yard penalty anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it's 2nd down and 3 as we're finally, hopefully, going to get to start playing again here after a pretty lengthy delay. They flip it to Ware, cuts back into the center, and he breaks a couple of tackles, and he is ankle tackled inside the 35-yard line. I think that was Rios who got the tackle, wasn't it? I believe. It gets down to the 38. He is super quick, and He can make some jukes and moves out there to get around people, too.
Are we not supposed to have a stoppage on the game clock for moving the chains?
Yeah, they're supposed to stop on a first down. They didn't stop it?
They haven't all night, I don't think.
Well, they have a couple times. I've seen them do it a couple times. We only had 11-17 when they started that play, so they might have stopped it just for a second. This time they run it out to the left side, and again, Don's having trouble cutting that off before they get to the edge, and they're going to get another first down, or at least pretty close to it. And that was Arizmendi. I hope that's how you say his name. Looks like he picked up about 8 on that play. It'll be 2nd and 2. And
I think the Dons are going to have to hope for a turnover here.
Yeah, they need to force a turnover if they want to have any chance at all here, because that clock's running down on them.
Yeah,
and it looks like they're starting to drag a little bit on defense, too.
Yep. They're going to have to hope for a fumble. Either that or a big loss in the backfield.
And East Prairie's doing a good job of running that play clock down before they snap the ball. Drop back to pass, and we're going to get a sack. Oh, that's an intentional grounding.
Yep.
Oh, that's intentional grounding. Come on.
He's calling it. Maybe
they
not.
Just called it incomplete. Said his arm was coming forward. Oh, that's intentional grounding.
Quarterback unable to get the pass off.
Tucker Parker.
Number 1, Sean Gazaway.
Well, then why did we back up?
There was no receiver in the area there.
I think they're meeting to talk about it, but, well, if that's the case, then why did we just move the line of scrimmage back 4 yards?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, maybe they said they had him tackled. Maybe they changed their mind.
Maybe they said
to give him a sack, maybe. Because that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
But I thought he was farther back than that. Okay. He was under center, though. He faded back, though.
So that's what they're going to do. They're going to say
it's 3rd and 8 now. Anyway, so whatever happened, I guess they must have said he was they used to call that.
The play clock should be going then, if that's the case.
In the grasp, and what they used to call that. Handoff up the middle and breaking tackles, but he's going to be brought down short after about a yard gain. It looks like they're going to mark him at the 31, and they've got to get to the – what do they got to get to, the 23?
63, that's isn't that the kid that's been kicking some tonight, 63 or 64?
64, yeah.
64, yeah, he's out there, so he's going to kick a big one here. Try to anyway.
That's going to be almost a 50-yarder. 40.
Ball's at the 31, plus 10, 41, then additional 5.
Well, it's 10 yards. It's 10 yards from where they're kicking it. You add on.
Well, okay. Lorenzo is going to be back here. Keep in mind that ball, if it doesn't go through the uprights,
it's a fake. Oh!
Joel!
He had an interception, but they're going to get the ball.
They're in a better spot, though.
We should have known he wasn't going to try to kick that far. Yeah. That was going to be a 48-yarder in high school.
Although there's a kid over in the Bluff a couple years ago. I went and watched him play Jackson back when they both were ranked in the top 10 or whatever. That's been, 4 years ago. And Bluff had a kid, he kicked like a 52, 53-yarder.
You don't see that very often around here.
That's a boot.
Now, like the teams that you were talking about that's on TV tonight, those teams, they have kickers that can do that.
I tried looking up to see what that score, that Mater Day and St. John Bosco, number 1 and number 2 team in the country squaring off tonight. I tried looking up to see what that score is.
Well, I didn't do a very good job there. The Dons are taking over on downs. Joel Rhines was shocked that ball hit him in the hands. But it was 4th down, so they tried the fake field goal and did not complete the pass. So the Dons get it back. They're still only down 2 scores. And we've got flags down. And it's on East Prairie because they're all holding their hands out like, what's going on here? Somebody must have been lined up. Oh, illegal touching. Ain't that what that is? When they put both hands on the head?
I think so. We got the.
What did they illegally touch? Oh, that's a 15-yard penalty. They were on the 31. They moved all the way out.
Here we go. Where are we at?
The hands on the head. He put his hands on his head.
Yeah.
Both hands. He put both hands on his head.
Illegal participation.
Well, that's a 15. Does it say 15-yard penalty, or does it tell how much?
No, it doesn't have it.
Well, they give him 15 yards because it was on the 31. Double handoff. Luke Emmons over the right side. He's at the 40. He's going to get inside the 35-yard line. A big run there.
He's slow to get up, though.
They're going to mark him at the 34-yard line.
And I know there's still 9:20 left on the clock, but the Dons do have to play the clock game. So anytime you get a chance to go out of bounds and get a stoppage, they need to be like Luke.
That was a pickup of 21 yards on that play.
Right.
Gets the first down at 4.
Black hands it off. Rios with a nice run of his own. Going to get inside the 25, and I think that'll be another first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily. And Chris Black has already been over and got the play. He's already back out on the field. So we need to huddle up and get out of that huddle and get the play going here. Dons have it at the 24-yard line, 23-yard line, looks like. Black hands it off to Rios again, the same play. And he's going to get down close to the 20, not as much on that run as the last one.
Don's got to hurry.
8:40 to go in the game. Dons trail 27-14.
8:40 seems like a lot of time, but when you've got to get a score, a stop, and another score, that's not a whole lot of time to mess with. You do have all 3 timeouts, but still.
And like I mentioned earlier, when you're running the ball, that clock just keeps running
going.
unless you get a first down and it just stops long enough to move the change. On passes incomplete, the clock stops. He's going to try to pass it, and over the middle, and pass was too high.
Not a bad thing to happen there.
Yeah, incomplete stops the clock.
Number 80, Carson Roberts, the intended receiver.
Harris Mindy got a hand on that, but he wasn't able to get both of them up there and intercept it. Dons have already had 2 intercepted tonight and 2 fumbles. That's 4 turnovers. Boy, and some of those they were driving the ball.
Right.
So you think about
especially that one of Luke's down here.
They could have been. They could have been tied anyway.
Right.
3rd and 7. Big third down for the Dons. Luke Emmons gets it. He gets to the outside again, and he's going to get a first down, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. And that will stop the clock with 8:06 to go. And the Dons have it inside the 15-yard line. We'll see where they spot that.
Gain of 14, is that about right? Let's see, where's that at?
It's at the 11-yard line. I forgot where they were.
I think it wasn't at the 25, so it's going to be.
It was 3rd and 7, and that I forgot where they had to get to though. So 1st and 10 from the 11. They hand it to Rios, and he's going to get inside the 5 and another fumble.
Surely they're going to say he's down there.
They did call it down, didn't they?
Okay, yeah. Okay. Whew, caught a break there.
They called the ball down.
That's close. That was a close one.
Doniphan still remains control of the ball.
He got down to the 4, so it'll be. They can actually get another first down, but it's at the 1-yard line, so it's going to be hard to get one. It's going to be. Might as well say 2nd and goal, really.
Yeah.
Even though they can officially get a first down. Going to be Emmons trying to get out to the right side, and he's going to get in for a touchdown. That makes it 27-20. You know what? If they get a 2-point conversion here, and hold them and then get 6, they're ahead.
Okay. Yep.
You know they're going to go for 2. I mean,
the good thing is you only have to get one, like you said, one of these 2-point conversions. You got to score again, obviously, but you only have to execute on one of them. So if you get it right here, you're a touchdown away.
Evans gets a handoff, and he's fighting his way, and
it's going to be just shy, I think.
Nope, doesn't make it.
That's okay, because you know, like we said, got another touchdown here. Then the question becomes, though, do you go for 2 for the win, or do you go
He'll
for
go
the point?
for 2.
Well, I would think so. I would think
I mean,
that's
you're
what
0-6, and you got if you
chance
get
to
within
win it,
1 point,
might as well. Don't send it to overtime.
But the first thing they got to do is they got to get a stop and get the ball back.
They do 7.5.
But a good drive there for the Dons. As,
and what's going to play into their favor, too, goes back to what we talked about. East Prairie's only got 1 timeout left.
Yeah.
They had to burn a stupid one, and then they burned one super, super early in the second half. So if the Dons do get a stop here and get something cooking, the Dons can, they can get it inside the 10 and just let the clock tick down and then try to win it, you know.
Wouldn't that be something?
That would be. Obviously, we're pulling for them, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well,
so
we don't want to go over.
No,
I mean, we need to win one. And by all accounts, this looks like the one that got
doable.
the best chance of doing it on. Well, a turnover sure would be nice. And now we got a stoppage in play. Did he throw a flag? Surely the Dons didn't have to call timeout.
Oh, no.
On the field, that's Doniphan's first.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, no.
I wonder why. I wonder if they didn't have enough out there, or if
they had too many. Looked like
decided
somebody was
to
coming off right at
try
the
to
end.
go for an onside kick. I don't think I'd do that, though. I mean, I know they've had a hard time stopping them, but still got 7:33 to go. I wonder if the Dons, how much they've practiced kicking an onside kick anyway.
Maybe one of those things. We did it in practice once, you know.
Well, Chris Black's going to be the kicker again. Well, the Dons get the score to cut it to a 1-score game. It's 27-20 with 7:33 to go in the ball game. The East Prairie Eagles have had, let's see, I'm guessing 30, about a 110-mile trip probably up here tonight.
Yeah.
Because it's about 70 miles from Poplar Bluff to 60 miles to Charleston. So another 30 over here basically, and then about 10 miles to East Prairie. About a 100-mile trip. Black sets it up on the tee. The Dons are set up with 5 on each side. You would think he'll kick it away here. And he does. And it is picked up there by Markham. And he's going to be knocked out at about the 38-yard line. And that was
Madden Woolridge.
Number 5, Connor Barco, bringing the ball back for East Prairie, forced out of bounds.
he is,
With a nice hit.
unless somebody else comes along, going to be the quarterback next year, huh?
That's what it's looking like.
He got in for one play last week.
Did he?
He went back to throw. The Dons had the ball like on about the 20-yard line. I don't remember exactly where it was. He went back to pass. They started chasing him, and he went to pass it, and the ball, he fumbled it, and it went out of bounds at the 1-yard line. They recovered it at the 1-yard line. And off to Ware. He gets the corner a little bit, and he'll be brought down at the 45 by Carson LaRue. And he picked up about 5, and the Dons are going to have to cut those 5-yard gains off.
Yep.
But if you weren't watching the end of the game last week, I tell you what, I was completely impressed with Father Tolton's coach. They could have scored a touchdown. He had his quarterback about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They hiked it back, and he took a knee 2 plays in a row and didn't score a touchdown at the end of the game.
Yeah.
If that would have been a district game, he would have done it because one of the tiebreakers is points.
Right.
But I still was impressed and thought that was very classy of him to do that. They were winning 48-8, I think, was the score. But I know a lot of teams would have went ahead and scored even if it wasn't a district game. This time, Cade gets the handoff, and he's going to be right up near the first down. And the Dons are not going to get it back like that. That's about 2 5-yard gains in a row. And it looks like they're going to mark him just a hair short, which actually, to tell the truth, it'd probably been better if he'd have got the first down. Because now they're going to run a play to get a first down. If they get it, that's going to take more time off the clock.
Play clock stopped there. There it's going now, but
they probably stopped it to see how close it was. But like I said, they're going to run another play, and that's going to take a few more seconds off, and then it's going to be first down again. If they get the first down, it'd probably been better off if they'd went ahead and got it. Handoff up the middle. Don's hit him real quick there.
They're going to get him.
They hit Cade, but he does get the first down as he gets it right across the 50-yard line into Don's territory. Clock running with 6 minutes left. They've already used a minute and a half.
Ball plays from the 50-yard line, first and 10.
And they've gotten 1 first down, and the play clock is running down, and they're all looking at what the play is on their wristbands. And they're just standing around letting that clock run down, which is smart.
Yeah.
You got to give them credit. Handoff. This time they stretch it out, but he still gets around the corner. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. Ware is just, he gave that little hesitation move like he thought he might cut back into the inside, and then he just put on the Jets.
Well, Coach grabs him by the arm as he's run back onto the field and tells him to cut back inside there.
Keep the clock
going, yeah. Don't come out of bounds.
Well, they give him a 5-yard gain again. That's too many yards if you're going to try to get the ball back. East Prairie going for their second win in a row. And look at them. They've already got the play. They're just standing around looking. The quarterback.
The clock's not running now, so letting that play clock go all the way down doesn't do any good. But
they've been programmed to do that. They've pretty much been doing that the whole game. There's a good play.
There we go. Now, when does Coach Lance start playing the timeout game?
Well, you got to get a stop right here. It'd be nice if they do that same thing again and then force them to either go for 4th and 5 or to kick it away, because if they went for 4th and 5 right there, the Dons would be sitting pretty if they stopped them.
I'd go for it 4th and 5.
Well, I don't know if I would or not.
Just because you've been chunking it away 5 yards at a time. I mean, but if you get stuffed back-to-back times, then...
Well, that's what I'm talking about. If they would stop him the same play again, because he didn't get anything there. It's in the same spot, right on the 45. 3rd down and 5. They're going to give it to Ware, hand it back to Markham, and they stop him short.
It's going to be about a gain of 1, maybe 2, depending on...
Looks like it's going to be 4th and 3.
What do you do?
Well, I'm telling you what. I don't think I would go for it, but now if I had more than a 7-point lead, I might. Which I mean, I'm sure he's going to go for it, but. All right, this is the play of the night right here.
Yeah, for sure.
This is it.
You've got 2 timeouts, and you've got a chance, but then you're not having much time left to work with the score. So I'm like you. This is it right here.
Clock is under 4 minutes now, and it is 4th and 3. Dons get a stop here. They get the ball back. They flip it to Ware, and he gets down through, and he's going to bust it for a touchdown. The Dons, how many times do you see that happen, even in the pros? on a short yardage thing, everybody's up on the line, and they bust through, and they get past that last one and run it in.
Keith, maybe that's not the world's worst thing to happen there in that situation, because now you're getting the ball back, chance to score. You have to do it quick, but then you can maybe set up for an onside kick. I mean, obviously you want the stop there over anything, but I'd rather if we're going to have to give up the first down, I'd rather that probably be the result.
That's true.
But
I just think that's too much to overcome with the time we got left.
It probably is.
When you run the ball all the time,
I'd let my opening play be a throw deep, try to get it.
They're going to go for 2. And they get it, I think. Yep. So that pushes it back to a 15-point lead again.
The Dons now have to execute both 2-point conversions
to win the game.
To win it,
3 minutes, 43 seconds. East Prairie
35-20 now. And in a must-stop situation, Dons couldn't get it done.
No.
And they got him to 4th down, too, and couldn't get it there. Well, they used up about almost 4 minutes on the clock with that drive. And they were all runs. They have not passed the ball very many times tonight.
No.
3 or 4. I think you count on one hand how many times they've thrown the ball.
I think my first play out of here. Yeah, I think my first.
What we need is a kickoff return for a touchdown.
To run it,
what we need.
There you go.
And then an onside kick.
Also, fans, be sure to note where the trash cans have been placed and put your trash in the trash containers.
Lonzo Rios and Carson LaRue are back deep. And they've used, I think he's the third different
kicker.
Which he's kicked before, but I think they've used 3 different kickers tonight.
Right.
That's Ware. And wow.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That wasn't even an onside kick. That was just a bad kick. And there wasn't a whole lot that Zach Cook could do about that. I mean, the ball was tailing away from him. He tried to dive on it, but
I think that was a plain kick that way. I don't think
it was because it didn't go end over end. And because almost always this onside kick, it goes end over end to get the bounce. That ball was spinning like almost like a spiral. I just think he just mishit it. Because I don't think they would kick an onside kick there just to give them the field position. Well, that probably did it there, as Ware's going to take it for about another 5 yards. Don's had any chance at all. They had to get the ball there. I just don't think they'd kick that onside and give them the ball at the 50-yard line if they didn't get it. But maybe so, but I have never seen an onside kick that was spinning like that. They always try to play that end over end where that bounce. If they did, the Dons weren't expecting it, but I wouldn't either. With a 15-point lead and 3 minutes to go. Wallace hands it off on the inside. Well, I'll tell you what, that is so dangerous for those offensive linemen. That big man there in the middle looked like they fell on the back of his legs. Number 78 there.
Yeah.
That is very dangerous. And they pick up the first down. And those 2 plays they've run inside, trying to stay away from the sideline. Down to 2:40 to go. It looks like the Don's going to come up short again. And as we always talk about, it seems like the mistakes have done them in again tonight. You got 2 things, penalties and turnovers, and then just happening at the wrong time. This time a good play in the backfield by Carson LaRue as he hit Arizmendi, and they actually lost a couple yards on that. And the Dons are going to call a timeout, maybe a little too late probably, but.
Yeah, I'm like you. The penalties weren't as bad tonight as as
the 4 turnovers killed them tonight.
Defeating you, but the 4 turnovers.
I think they would have scored at least a couple of touchdowns on those drives.
Well, the one where Luke Emmons fumbled down here at about the 30, they were cooking. They picking up 10, 12 yards. Then they'd get stopped at the line and then pick up another 10.
In the first half, they were down there on like the 10-yard line.
Yeah, was that the interception?
No.
That was the first fumble.
Yeah, that was the first fumble.
Yeah. And then he got spun and had a helmet pop the ball out down here, going this other direction. And, those are 2 big plays that obviously cost you, but that's got to be cleaned up. And then 2 interceptions didn't help either. So.
And it's like I said, the interception didn't kill them if they would have made the tackle right there because it would have been as good as a punt. But the run back is what really tore them up.
Yeah. In a game where you're going to match up so evenly with somebody, which I feel like you play this game 10 times, it probably, there probably some wins go both ways, I think.
Yeah.
I think, both of them. I think you play this again. And which means if that's the case in a game that close offensively and defensively where you match up so similar, a turnover battle is very, very important, and the Dons didn't do a very good job of winning that tonight.
Ware gets it again. He's going to be tackled for a loss. That's 2 losses in a row. They've lost about 6 yards on those last 2 plays, and the Dons are going to use. I think that'll be their last time out with 1:59 to go. But the thing of it is, they don't get it here. They can run 2 more plays.
Right.
That's going to put us down around a minute or so, maybe under a minute.
Well, 40 seconds. No, it's going to be 25:58. It's going to be 109-ish.
Well, it depends on how long they get them to get the play clock started, too, after the play, because the Dons don't have any more timeouts to use now.
Yeah, the Dons had to use I don't want to call it a stupid timeout, but they had to use a timeout there on a kickoff.
Yeah,
they didn't have
that hurt.
Right personnel out there or whatever, and I don't think that timeout's going to be that big a deal here with how this panned out. But that's kind of one of those things. If it was
a one-score game, it could.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
When you got 3rd down and 16 here or 17, whatever it is.
Yep. So, that's unfortunate, and is what it is, but. I feel like they matched up really well with East Prairie tonight and just kind of let it get away from them.
Yeah. Yeah, if they play a clean game with no turnovers, I got a feeling that I got a feeling the score's tied or right around tied. Depending on the 2-point conversions, probably.
Right.
Well, it's 3rd and 16. Wallace hands it off to Markham. He takes it to the outside, and he is going to get a first down, and he's going to score all the way. And, oh, my goodness. Can you believe that? They cannot cut that corner off. They cannot get out there. They did it for a while, and then they started cutting back inside. That kid's pretty quick, too.
Yeah,
and most of those kids are going to be back, too. I mean.
Yeah, they're young.
Yeah,
we were talking about that earlier.
Freshmen and sophomores, almost all of them. Well, that's going to make the score look a lot worse than what it should have.
That is unfortunate because this was a one-possession game for the most part. I know that they had it at 2 possessions a couple times, but, that's unfortunate.
Well, since they're going for 2, and that one offensive lineman just come up there and pushed them into the end zone. Of course, the Dons had some plays with Rhines like that tonight. He got a little help, too. 43. They've outscored, since it was 9-6, they've outscored the Dons, 34-14? 14.
Yep.
And it was 27-20 just a little bit ago.
Right. Well, it's feeling like fall, though, that's for sure, with these windows open.
Yes, it is.
It's a little chilly in here.
Yeah, I mean, you both have shorts on.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to wear pants.
I think you and I called the basketball game last December or January, and we were both in shorts, and I had on a sweatshirt, and I think you were in a sweatshirt or
I
jacket.
hope we have some more of those nights like that.
Yeah.
We wear shorts in the basketball game.
Right. Middle of winter, both got shorts on.
Well, I wear shorts as long as I possibly can.
I'm the same way.
I'm in the morning. I'm thinking about wearing shorts to that bill day we're having, but I don't know.
Well, I've got a 9 o'clock tee time, and I am wearing shorts.
Well,
I'll probably have a sweatshirt on, but I'm going to be.
I was out there playing golf this morning about 7:45, and I had shorts on.
Yep.
And they're going to try it again. That one's not going to go. You got to get on it now. That took a weird spin on him, didn't it? Are they going to get another one? They got another one.
That is classless.
That ball almost. Now, why would you do that?
That's classless. There's no other.
You're ahead by 23 points.
Normally, I wouldn't say anything like that, but that's just the very definition of classless right there. That should. And
I was just talking about last week how classy that was of that coach to do
Father
that.
Tolton, yeah.
This is not a district game for them.
No, and it does nothing because I mean at this point, 23. It's a 3-score game.
That kicker had no intentions of kicking that ball like that because that ball looked like it was going to go out of bounds over here, and then all of a sudden it took a straight turn that away.
I'm telling you, I think that's twice now he's done that. You didn't think so on the first one.
Well, that one there had a little more end over end on it. Not much, but maybe he was. I don't know, but I ain't never seen him. I don't think he meant to kick it the way it went. And now they're going to take a knee. So why would you do that?
I don't know.
Just to practice it? I don't know. That don't make a whole lot of sense.
No.
Well, if we're going to take a knee, our final score is going to be 43-20, and we'll the Dons go to Chaffee next week, I believe, and then they finish up the regular season in 2 weeks from tonight against Scott City.
And
that is not going to be an easy one there.
It's a tough one.
I've been seeing some of their scores. So.
Well, and Scott City last year ran a sophomore QB, I'm pretty sure, and he may have been a junior, but they ran the spread for the whole first half, and I mean he's doing surgery out there with the football. I mean he was just picking guys apart. I mean it was unreal.
Well, it looks like they'll have to take a knee 2 more times here because they're letting the play clock run down. It's down to 8 right now, but the Dons are going to fall to 0-7. And East Prairie will go to 2-5 now. Thought coming in they had a real shot at this, and I still think if you nope, that's going to be it.
It is 40 seconds.
I think if you take away the turnovers, it is a different ball game, at least a close ball game anyway.
Yeah.
And it was closer than what the final is, and we look down here at Oaksfall. He's got a crutch down there. Hope he's all right because he big part of their team down there. So that's our final score, 43-20. I want to remind everybody again, the homecoming queen was Jaden Burrow. Congratulations to her. I want to wish the East Prairie Eagles a safe trip home. And join us again 2 weeks from tonight here on Kurt River Broadcasting as the Dons will play their final regular season game. Dalton, got anything you want to say before we sign off here?
Nope. It's a pleasure to be with you, Keith, and look forward.
I'm glad you're back. Glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
So for Dalton Pennington, this is Keith Bowen, Matt Morin for Kurt River Broadcasting. Good night, everybody.